Hi everyone, Sheree here. Today I'm going to be creating a traveller's notebook spread about baking. We just had Anzac Day here in Australia and I've made a batch of Anzac biscuits. It's become a real tradition that I do every year. Normally I'm really not a fan of baking. I avoid it. It's really not my thing, but each year I'd make sure I make Anzac biscuits. Okay, so today I'm going to be using some Kerri Bradford Studio stamps. I've got the fairly new headline upper small, and I've also got the new Willow Lower. I'm thinking about layering those together just for something a little bit different. I don't think I've done it before, but I'm going to give that a go and you'll see what I mean as I'm working. I'm also going to use a couple of stamps from the Eat stamp set because it's all about eating these delicious biscuits. So I've already got my heading baking on my large block that's with the headline upper stamps, and I'm using the Altenew Morning Frost ink as well as my VersaFine Clair Nocturne. I do already have a couple of the phrases from the Eat stamp set out here ready to use. I've got Savouring Every Bite, Delicious, and what does this one say? I haven't used this one. It says my taste buds are happy, and yes, they certainly were with these biscuits. I do also have a little 3x2 inch photo as well that I'm thinking I'll put over on the bottom of this page. But to start off with, I'm going to grab my sewing machine and I'll just stitch a border around my journaling page, and then I'll get into the rest. So I'll pop you on fast forward and show you how I'm going to put this one together. Okay, so I've stitched around the journaling page there with my sewing machine, so that's off to the side, and now I'm going to do a bit of stamping. So I've got the word baking here as my title, and I've used the headline upper stamps for that. So I'm really happy with this colour. You can still see it, but the black is going to stand out against it really nicely. So I'm using the Willow Lower stamps here, using the medium size, and I'm just going to take each corresponding letter and stamp it straight over the top with my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. So I'm just going to work my way through the word, just stamping straight over the top of each letter, and I'm really happy with how this is looking. So I've just got the N and the G to go for this one. Alright, and then I'll just clean off my stamp and give you a closer look at how that's turned out. So that's a bit of fun, something a little bit different. While I'm here, I'm going to stamp up a couple of phrases from the Eat stamp set. So I've got the word delicious there and a couple of other things here. There was one that I ended up not using, but that's okay. It's good to have options. So I've done those in that lighter colour, and I'm doing this one here, which I don't end up using in the black. And I do have another phrase that I want to use, but I'm going to stamp that directly onto the journaling page. So I've just cut those ones out, so they're ready to go onto the page now. I'm adding my smaller photo under my journaling. Then I've got those two phrases going underneath the photo there. My title is going to be on top of the journaling, and I really like to add my stamping in layers like this with cardstock being stuck over the top of cardstock. It just adds extra layers to the project and adds more texture, which I love. So I've got that delicious word right in the middle of my full page photo, and this is where I'm going to stamp another phrase right at the bottom of the page. I do apologize, it's a little bit off screen, but you'll see it in the close-up photos very soon. And I also decided to add this little spoon image right at the very top of the page, just as a little finishing touch there. Okay, so I'm using my sewing machine to add stitching to those stamped pieces, and now all I need to do is add the date. I'm just going to cut this out, and I was thinking about where to put this. I ended up just tucking it in under the side of my photo there. So that is this Traveller's Notebook spread complete. I'll give you a closer look at the details here, and now I can adhere these pages into my Traveller's Notebook. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Please let me know if you've got any questions about this spread. Just pop it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll leave a link down below to Kerri Bradford Studio if you'd like to check out these stamps for yourself, and I look forward to bringing you another project very soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.